Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaprishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. I welcome all the devotees for today's Ratnamala session. Last 2 weeks, I was giving Bhagavatam classes parallel at the same time. So we could not have the Shloka class, but we had a bigger Shloka class. Today, we will learn a Shloka from the Mukundamala Stotra by Kulashekar Alvar. Very beautiful Shloka that describes the importance of chanting the holy names of Krishna. आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति. फर्स्ट लाइन. आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके
आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके.
सेकंड लाइन. सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति
सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति. हरे कृष्ण.
नामानि नारायणगोचराणि
नामानि नारायणगोचराणि नामानि नारायणगोचराणि नामानि नारायणगोचराणि.
नेक्स्ट श्रीहर्ष. त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति
त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति.
Good. 2 lines at a time. आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति
आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति.
सेकंड हाफ. नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति
नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वा न वाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वा न वाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वा न वाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति.
श्लोका.
आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वा न वाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति.
नेक्स्ट. कामाक्षी कार्तिक.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम. आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायणगोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Now we'll discuss the meaning of this shloka. In this shloka, Kulashekar Alvar is expressing his wonder. He was surprised seeing that why people are rejecting nectar and accepting poison. For example, you have two bowls. In one bowl, there is freshly prepared sweet rice. And in another bowl, there is stale rice which was cooked 5 days back and it is decomposing. Which will you pick up? Yes, Sri Harsha, given an opportunity, which will you pick up? The first bowl or the second bowl? Huh?
I would pick the freshly cooked sweet rice, Prabhuji.
Now, in this material world, there are so many materialistic individuals who are picking up the second bowl, not the first bowl. That's why Kulashekar Alvar is expressing his wonder. Ashcharyam, he was surprised. He said, Ashcharyametadhi Manushya Loka means this planet that is filled with human beings. Manushya Loka means human planet. In Swargaloka is the planet of Devatas. Manushya is the planet of Earth. Etadhi means this earthly planet. Ashcharyam, there is something which is great wonder. Ashcharyam etadhi manushya this human world is filled with lot of wonders, and one such wonder is being spoken in this shloka. What is that? Sudham. Sudha means nectar. Parityajya means to give up. Giving up nectar. Visham pibanti. Visham means poison. Pibanti means to drink. So, what is the wonder in this world? The wonder is that people, human beings, are rejecting nectar and drinking poison. What is that nectar and what is that poison? We just gave an example of sweet rice and some stale rice. But here he gives a more graphic example. Namani Narayana Gocharadi. Namani means the names of Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna, Lord Hari. Narayana, giving up the name of Narayana, Gocharani. Basically, when you chant the holy names of the Lord, you will be able to see the Lord, right? The Lord will be visible to us when we chant the holy names of Krishna. In fact, the name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna. There are so many people who could chant the holy names of Krishna and were able to directly see the Lord or get the Lord's mercy. Any examples? Who is that person who chanted the holy name of the Lord and finally got the darshan of the Lord? Yes, Krishiva.
Prabhuji Dhruva.
Yes, Dhruva Maharaj. What name did he chant?
Narayana.
No. What name did Dhruva chant? Of course, ultimately it's Narayana's name only. Yes, Karthik, Kamakshi.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Dhruva chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya and he got the darshan of the Lord within 6 months. Any other devotees who chanted the names of the Lord and got the darshan? Any other examples of devotees? No one. Yes, Divya Krishna.
The Prachetas, they chanted.
Prachetas chanted Rudra Gita, they finally got the darshan of the Lord, correct? Okay, anyone else? Any other? Gajendra did not chant a name. Gajendra's prayers are without any names of the Lord. Next, any other examples? You're forgetting the most popular example. Yes, Prithviraj. Prithviraj, yes. Ajamil, correct. Ajamil chanted the name of Narayana. Namani Narayana Gocharani. Ajamil chanted the name of Narayana. First, he got the darshan of Narayana Dutas, Vishnu Dutas. As soon as Ajamil chanted the name Narayana while lying on his deathbed, as the Yamadutas were taking away Ajamil to Yamalok, then Ajamil chanted with great anxiety in a helpless state, Narayana, 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 Narayana. Actually, he was trying to call his son. But the original Narayana became very concerned about this son, this Ajamil, and he had sent his 4 order carriers, 4 servants, Vishnu Dutas, Narayana. Because there are 4 syllables in the name Narayana, Lord Vishnu had sent 4 Vishnu Dutas to rescue Ajamil. Then Ajamil was rescued. Then Ajamil started doing some Shravanam and Kirtanam at Haridwar for 12 years. And finally he went to Vaikuntha. He saw the Supreme Lord personally. So, by chanting the holy names of the Lord, so many devotees received the mercy of the Lord and they were uplifted. But the unfortunate condition of common souls in this world, in Manushya Loka, is Tyaktvanyawacha kuhaka patanti. Tyaktva, giving up that name of the Lord, giving up the name of the Lord, anyavachaha, they are taking shelter of many other words. Vachaha means sounds, words. Anya means other words, means other sounds that are not the names of the Lord. They are taking shelter of some materialistic sounds, materialistic names, materialistic activities, giving up the Lord's service and the Lord's names. Yaktvanyavachaha kuhaka patanti. Patanti means to recite, to chant. Kuhaka means one who is under illusion, one who is a cheater. Even the gopis of Vrindavan call Krishna as a cheater. Kuhaka mano manaha kshobhayantihi. Kuhaka, you're a cheater. Now, when somebody is giving up nectar and drinking poison, whom is he cheating? Somebody gave up nectar and started drinking poison. Whom is he cheating there? Anyone knows? Yes.
Roji is cheating himself.
Cheating himself. So when we are not chanting the holy names of Krishna, when we are not taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, we are cheating ourselves. And such people are called Atmaha by Krishna. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna says that those who have access to human body and those who have access to scriptures and those who have access to Guru, they are very fortunate. They have the opportunity for self-realization. Nrideha madhyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karanadharam anugrahaye mayanukulena nabhasvate ritam pumansa. What is the last line? Mayanukulena nabhasvate ritam na taretsa atmaha. Means one who has this strong human body, which is like a strong boat, and one who also has a wonderful spiritual master, Vaishnava Guru, who acts like the captain of the boat, and one who have access to the favorable winds that help this ship sail across the ocean very smoothly. The favorable winds are compared with scriptures. So favorable winds are scriptures. Captain of the ship is Guru, and the ship itself is human body. One who has access to all these three. All of us have access to human life. We have access to human life or not? All of us are human beings. Everybody in the Zoom call. All of us have access to a Vaishnava Guru, whether it's Srila Prabhupada, there are some disciples of Srila Prabhupada, there are so many Vaishnava Gurus are there. We have access to them. We all have access to scriptures. We have scriptures like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and all. So when we have access to all these three, we are very fortunate. But one who misuses them or underutilizes them, one who does not go on the path of self-realization despite having access to these three great fortunes, is Atmaha, a killer of the soul. Soul cannot be killed. How can he be called killer of the soul? What's the logic behind calling such a person who is not taking advantage of Guru, scriptures and human life a killer of the soul? Anyone knows? Atmaha. Why Krishna is calling him Atmaha? Kamakshi.
Prabhuji, when he does not, he misuses the access to all the three things, so he cheats himself and thus he kills the soul.
Yeah, that's what my question is. How can the soul be killed? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said that soul cannot be killed by wind, soul cannot be withered by wind, soul cannot be moistened by water, soul cannot be burned by fire, soul cannot be cut by any weapons, How can the soul be killed? Na jayate mrite va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah. There is no birth and there is no death for the soul. How can Krishna call Atmaha? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gave one teaching, and in Uddhav Gita, Krishna is changing his teaching. Atmaha. Yes. I want an explanation.
Prabhuji, actually the soul is not going back to Godhead, so he's not able to go to his constitutional position as the servant of Krishna, so it is as good as killing the soul.
Correct. That's the right answer. For a pure spirit soul, which is an amsha of Krishna, potentially a lover of Krishna and a servant of Krishna, for such a divine soul to rot in this material existence, in a material body, with material desires, suffering material miseries, is actually a dead condition. Is a fallen condition. Is a very undesirable and pathetic and awkward and humiliating situation, which is as good as death of the soul, right? Although soul never dies. So it's a very pathetic situation. So a person who has the opportunity to chant the holy names of Krishna and reconnect with Krishna, if one misuses that opportunity, doesn't take sufficient benefit of that opportunity, doesn't fully capitalize that great chance, then he is an Atmaha, killer of soul, or he is a Kuhaka, a cheater, one who cheats himself. By doing what? Sudham paretyajya visham pibanti. He gives up Sudha, nectar, and he drinks visham, poison. Now, there are many other shlokas that describe how merciful the holy names are. Why this Nam is given so much of importance here? Out of so many elements of bhakti, he said Namani Narayana Gocharani. The Sudha refers to Nama here. The name of the holy name of Krishna is nectarian. If we give up holy name, we are bigger cheaters, right? Of all the different forms of devotional service, chanting the holy names of Krishna is the most effective and the recommended method in Kali Yuga especially. And it's the very easily accessible and easily available process of self-realization. If Krishna has made it so easy, and if we are not taking sufficient advantage of it, we are cheating ourselves. We are kuhaka. In the Sikshashtakam, second shloka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Anyone knows the Sikshashtakam second shloka? Second shloka of Sikshashtakam. Yes, Akshara, Akarshit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. In the Sikshashtakam second verse, Durudev Midrishami Jani Nanu Raga. Namna Kari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Stararpita Niyamit Smarena Kala Etadishi Tavripa Bhavanna Napi Durudeva Midrishami Jani Nanu Raga.
Namna Makari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. What is the speciality of this holy name? In that holy name of Krishna, which is non-different from Krishna, Nija Sarva Shakti, all the Shaktis of Krishna, all the potencies of Krishna are present within that holy name of Krishna. Right? First is holy name is powerful. As powerful as Krishna. Clear? Namna Makari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. Tatrarpita Niyamitaha Smaranena Kalaha. There is no rigid regulation or a rule to chant the holy names of Krishna. Anytime you can chant the holy name of Krishna. You just got up from the bed early in the morning. Then immediately go to the altar and worship the deities. Anyone who, as soon as he gets up from bed early in the morning, will they directly enter the altar? No, you cannot. Means accessing the deity form requires some rules and regulations. You have to chant, you have to take a bath, you have to purify yourself nicely, wear fresh clothes, not the clothes that you used yesterday or 2 days back. So then only you can enter the altar and worship the deities or touch the deities, right? To access the deity form of the Lord, there are so many rules and regulations. But as soon as you get up, can you say Krishna? Can you say Krishna? Krishna, Hare Krishna. As soon as you get up, while yawning, you can say Hare Krishna. While just rubbing your eyes, just getting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So the name of Krishna is most accessible. While Krishna is accessible in many other forms, like deity form, the form of holy dham, Vrindavan is not different from Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna are not different from Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna, isn't it? Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Can you just sleep on the bed and then give Bhagavatam class? Anyone here? Did you ever give Bhagavatam class while sleeping on the bed? No, you can discuss a little bit, but you cannot give. Or did you sleep lying down? Did you sleep? Did you read Bhagavatam while lying down on the bed? Anyone here? It has to be read with most respect, right? So while in an impure state of mind, you cannot touch the deity form, or you cannot perform other limbs of bhakti much. But Krishna's holy name is extremely pure and extremely accessible and available and merciful, that in any situation you can always chant the holy names of Krishna under any circumstances. Once Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to toilet to attend nature call. There he was able to chant the holy names of Krishna and he was unable to stop only. So to forcefully stop himself from chanting the holy names of Krishna, Mahaprabhu held his tongue between his teeth. I am doing a dirty activity now. I came to an unclean place now. Therefore, I should not chant here. So with that intention, he just held his tongue between the teeth. Then one little child saw him, one boy, Gopal Guru. Gopal saw him and said, Mahaprabhu, why are you stopping yourself from chanting the holy names of the Lord? There are no considerations of clean place or unclean place. There are no consideration of auspicious time or inauspicious time. There are no consideration of impure state of body or pure state of body. At any time, you can always chant the holy names of Krishna. Anybody can chant. Children can chant, elders can chant. Old people can chant, young people can chant. Men can chant, women can chant. You can chant in the morning, during the night time, or in the evening time, or the afternoon time, you can chant. You can chant in India, you can chant in America, you can chant in Australia. But other forms, there are multiple restrictions. Krishna is accessible in multiple forms, but Krishna is most accessible and most available in the form of his name. Even while chanting the holy names of the Lord also, there are multiple ways of chanting. You chant with musical instruments. Anyone plays harmonium, mridanga, kartal, violin, etc. here? Gauranga does. So while playing harmonium, you can chant. But when there's a musical accompaniment, sometimes the focus is more on the melody more than the name. Of course, some devotees can focus on the holy name of the Lord also, irrespective of the melody. But when you are chanting on your beads, it's like your private japa. Even if you're not a musician, some people can sing very well. Some people can play musical instruments very well. Even if you're not a musician, even if you cannot sing well, even if you cannot recite well, even if you don't know so many melodies, even if you don't know harmonium, mridanga, kartal, this and that, you can always chant the names of the Lord on your beads, right? It's a private japa. There's no melody involved here. So you cannot say that holy names of the Lord can be taken only by singers. Not many are singers. But whether you know singing or not, you can always chant. Even if your throat is not good, your voice is not so sweet, you can chant the holy name of the Lord. Even if you are unable to utter the holy name only, your voice has some problem, some neck problem, some throat problem you have, some cold you have, internally you can chant. Your tongue can vibrate while your mouth is unable to make that sound. So you can silently chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So the name of the Lord is most accessible. Somebody has fever, he's lying on the bed. He cannot enter the altar. He cannot go for dhar. He cannot go for any yatra. He cannot even read Bhagavatam because he's very exhausted, tired. In that state of existence also, you can chant the holy names of the Lord. Somebody is on deathbed, he won't be able to perform any limb of bhakti. He cannot go and circumambulate him on Tulsi Maharaj. He cannot go and cook for the dish. He cannot go out with the books, do book distribution. Even on deathbed also, somebody is completely sick and has absolutely no strength in the body. But still, while lying on the bed, he can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. When Bhishmadev was lying on the bed of arrows, this arrows of Arjuna pierced every inch of his body. There is no blood in his body in one sense. So none of his bodily limbs are moving except one bodily limb. You know what is that? The tongue. The tongue is moving. With tongue, he chanted the names of Krishna, and he also glorified Krishna and spoke some words about Krishna to Yudhishthira Maharaj and Pandavas. So, of all our bodily limbs, tongue is most active. We can always use our tongue to chant the holy names of Krishna. Hands may not function, legs may not function. Even a most sick patient also will be able to speak something. Even if you are unable to speak, internally you can always say Krishna, 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 like that. So there's the nectar of holy name of Krishna is accessible to all types, but we don't have sufficient taste in the holy names of the Lord. That's why first Namnamakari, right? First Namnamakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. The name of the Lord is extremely potent. It has all the energies like the Swarup of the Lord. Tatrarpita Niyamitaha Smaraniyana Kalaha. There are no hard and fast tools to chant the holy names of the Lord. Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamamapi. The Lord is very merciful to appear in the form of holy name. Holy names are extremely merciful. So three reasons are given in this shloka. Names are completely powerful, most accessible, and most merciful. But tyaktva, we have given up. So giving up this most accessible, powerful, and merciful holy names, tyaktva anyavachaha kohakaha pathanti. We are studying many other nonsensical things, right? That is our misfortune. That's what Kulashekara Alvar is saying. Janina anuragaha durdaiva midrishamiha janina anuragaha. We are very unfortunate that we don't have sufficient attraction or taste for the holy names of the Lord. That is the Ashcharyam. The most peculiar thing, the most wonderful and surprising thing, annoying thing, or irony in this world is that Sudham Parityajya Visham Pibhanti, giving up the nectar of the holy name of Krishna, one is accepting the Visham. What is Visham here? So we discussed how holy name is nectar and holy name is powerful. And if you want, there are so many other such beautiful shlokas. Madhura Madhuram Etan Mangalam Mangalana Sakala Nigamavalli Satphalam Chitswarupam. Of all the sweetest things, Madhura Madhuram Etan, holy name of Krishna is most sweet. Of all the auspicious things, Krishna's holy name is most auspicious. Of all the powerful things, the name of Krishna is extremely powerful. That can chase away the Yamadutas also. So, holy name of Krishna is like Sudha. There are multiple shlokas in the scriptures that describe the nectar of holy name of Krishna. Tunde Tandavini Ritim Vitanute Tundavali Labdhaye. Rupa Goswami says that I desire millions and millions of tongues to chant the holy name of Krishna. I desire millions of ears to hear the nectarian name of Krishna. And whenever I chant the holy name of Krishna, my heart is in great ecstasy, all my senses become inert. No jane janita ki yadbhiramritaihi krishneti varanadvayi. I don't understand how much amrit, how much nectar is embedded in these two syllables Krishna. Like that, several acharyas have described the sweetness, the nectarian nature of the holy name of Krishna. But we are giving it up. Tyaktva. Visham pibanti and drinking Visham. What is Visham here? Can anyone guess what Visham is he referring to? What is that poison that we are talking about here? Yes, Sri Harsha.
Prabhuji, the poison is speaking about materialistic, mundane topics.
Very good. That's one poison, correct? Gaurangi?
Not chanting the holy name and rejecting it.
Okay, that itself is like drinking poison, correct? Any other poisons in this world?
Prabhuji, doing prajalpa, like doing prajalpa, talking ill about other devotees.
Criticism.
Gossip and material talks or mundane activities or anything.
Suppose like illusion, considering oneself to be the controller, enjoyer, proprietor of everything. Consider oneself to be
Mentality,
God.
considering oneself to be God, that mentality of being a controller, enjoyer, proprietor, master is poison. Any other poisons?
Prabhu, materialistic literature.
Materialistic? Sorry, what is that? Materialistic?
Materialistic literature is like crow literature.
Crow literatures. Narada Muni says, reading all mundane literatures that are describing only sense enjoyment stuff, that is like poison. When you're reading scrutinizingly all the mundane literatures, of course, if you're studying in school, then you may have to read some material subjects also, but understand that that material is also in connection with Krishna. So there, Sankhya Yoga is of two types. Sankhya means analysis of material elements. Devotional Sankhya is analyze the material elements and understand that Krishna is the source of all the material elements also. Whenever you bring in Krishna into picture, even in your analysis of material world, you can be Krishna conscious. But keeping Krishna aside and focusing only on the mundane topics, which are soul degrading topics, it's like drinking poison. So yeah, this is poison, and we can always enumerate all things that are unfavorable to devotional service. Anything which is not favorable for advancement in bhakti is drinking poison. It could be associating with materialistic people and hearing mundane topics of sense enjoyment. It could be reading mundane literatures. It could be engaging oneself in criticism, gossip, unnecessary talk. All this is poison. But chanting the holy names of Krishna is nectar. Therefore, we can increase our chanting of the holy names of Krishna, not only on beats, off beats also. You may not have beats. You have kept your beats at home. But off beats you can chant. You have some gap when you are traveling. You're waiting for a bus. You're waiting for an auto. You can chant at that time. Internally, within the mind, you can chant. Like that, we can constantly be in touch with Krishna by remembering his name, by meditating on his name, by chanting his name. You may not count, but you can chant. Many times when you are chanting, we focus on the count. Just one more round, one more round. We count. Count is over, chanting is also over. But more than focusing on count, we should focus on chanting. Of course, some basic minimum count we have to keep. That much we should chant. But beyond that, we can chant without counting. So then we can do this. Visham parityajya sudham pibanti. What the Manushya is doing is sudham parityajya visham pibanti. But what we are supposed to do is visham parityajya sudham pibanti. That's the aim of life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Harinam Prabhu ki jai. Any more recitations? Gauranga, you can recite. आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्यलोके
आश्चर्यमेतन्मनुष्यलोके
सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति
सुधां परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति
नामानि नारायणगोचराणि
नमानि नारायणगोचराणि
तत्त्वान्यवाचः कुहकाः पठन्ति
तत्त्वा वाच कः पतन्ति.
Once Yudhishthira Maharaj met a Yaksha. Yaksha asked him, what is the most surprising thing in this world? What did Yudhishthira Maharaj answer? Anyone knows Yudhishthira Maharaj's answer? Yes.
Prabhuji, he said that although people know that know the right thing, but then also they are doing the mundane activities, like the same which Kalashekar Allah is saying in the shloka.
Okay. We want more accurate. Yes. Anyone else knows? What did he say? Yes. Akarshit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Yudhishthira Maharaj said that although they see everyone, people on the door of death and they are dying, but they think, oh, we will not die and we will live forever.
Although they are seeing so many deaths, they think that they are immortal. They will not die. That's the greatest wonder in this world. So even greater wonder in Vaishnava circles is, although holy name is most nectarian and extremely accessible and most merciful and most powerful, people still don't accept that. They think that spiritual realization or advancement in bhakti must be more complicated. How can by just by saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, we'll be liberated? People will think that it is too easy a path for me to follow. It's like too basic path. We want something more complicated. We want more rituals, elaborate pujas. So people think that holy name is like too simple to deliver me. So I need a more elaborate path. That is Ascharyam here. Yeah, continue. Someone recite.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी प्रणाम आश्चर्यमेतद्धि मनुष्य लोके स्वधाम परित्यज्य विषं पिबन्ति नामानि नारायण गोचराणि तत्त्वान्यवाचा कुहका पठन्ति हरे कृष्ण